Today, let's learn how to run a radius report. When you go to run a radius, the first thing to think about is what's the level of geography that you want to see the data in. The recommendation is usually to do it at the smallest level possible so you have the best radius. So I have selected here the block group you'll notice right here. You could select a tract or a zip code or something like that if that was the variable that you are interested in. The next thing that you'll select are the variables that you want to include. It doesn't, so depending on what your report is, you'll select whatever they are. I'm just selecting sex by age just for this example. To run the radius then, it's very simple. All you're going to do is to come up to this little circle with the plus inside it. If you click on that, you'll then see it'll open up this section where it'll ask you for the latitude, the longitude, and then the size of the radius. So I'm just going to put something in that'll give us the middle of the country. And now when you go to run your radius, you have two choices for selecting the size of the radius. You can either slide this little bar along and you can see you can do you can do 1 all the way up to 100. The other thing is if you right click on it, a number will open up here and you can instead type in. So if you know that you want to do a 4-mile radius, you don't have to try and calibrate it exactly to find that. The other thing to know is that you can do miles. You can also do kilometers. So depending on who you are and what your interests are, you may or may not want to do either miles or kilometers. And then all you simply do is hit once you've entered that, you'll then just hit add to select, replace selection, and it'll then give you the area. And you can see here, these are the block groups that are included within my 4 miles radius around these two, latitude and longitude. You'll also see that they come down here in the listing here, so you can see all of the block groups here. That's all there is to running a radius. Thanks very much for joining us.